Can AI dream? Can it create a symphony? Can it paint a masterpiece? Lest we forget the scene of Sunny sitting across from Will Smith having this very conversation. AI is not dreaming yet. The phrase AI dreaming became famous from Google's DeepDream. DeepDream started with a neural network being trained on recognizing imagery. Now, normally when they train models or networks, they give the network an image and ask, what is in this image? Well, DeepDream's case, they reversed that process and the network stayed fixed while the imagery changed. So what happened was researchers were adjusting the image itself until the network saw more and more of what it already recognized. The Google engineers involved compared it to children watching clouds and interpreting random shapes. The human psych word for that is actual pareidolia. And pareidolia is when a human brain sees meaningful patterns in unclear input, like a face in a cloud or in a pancake, a shape in a shadow or that same face in wood or bark. DeepDream is basically machine pareidolia. It's overreading the pattern and then it's spinning it up. DeepDream is pattern amplification, not AI dreaming. The second meaning, or the next place you might hear AI dreaming, is within the generative AI space. And that's when an image, video, audio, or text model's dreaming usually points to latent space. And latent space is a compressed internal map of patterns the model has learned during training. And what that means is it connects words to words, images to images, styles to styles, right? Sounds to sounds, etc. The model is not pulling an idea from its imagination. It is recombining learned patterns into a new output for you. Generative AI is pattern recombination, not AI dreaming. The third place you might hear it is in hallucinations. Even the word hallucination sounds psychological because it is, but in AI's case, it is a mechanism being ungrounded. Hallucination is when a model produces something that is false or misleading. You've all experienced it. It hallucinates because the grounding has failed. Grounding means the answer is not anchored in something verifiable, a source, a document, data, that type of thing, tools, current facts. So it gives you a false output. Without grounding, a model can still produce fluent language. It's just not anchored in anything. And make it clear, DeepDream is amplification, not AI dreaming. Generative AI is actually recombination, not AI dreaming. Hallucination is failed grounding, not AI dreaming. What about memory? Well, memory is also not AI dreaming. AI memory is stored context. It is information the system can reuse to shape the next response, a writing style, a preference you have, a project, instructions you gave it in a prior interaction. It is context retrieval. Memory gives the system material. So dreaming, in the machine sense, is recombining all that material. So this is where it gets more interesting if we start to bridge these things together. When we start to look at replay, in AI research, replay means a system revisits a stored generated experience, so new learning does not erase old learning. DeepMind has compared this to your hippocampal replay during human rest and sleep, but the comparison, keep in mind, is functional. The machine is consolidating patterns, it's not having a dream. So DeepMind also distinguishes movie replay from imagination replay. Movie replay is closer to replaying stored events. Imagination replay is synthesizes new sequences from a learned model and how the world works. And where I start to geek out, because now we're not only talking about memory, we're talking about recombination on stored experiences, and then replay it, and then synthesize new sequences, and use world models to simulate what might happen next. World models. World models are learned internal models based on an environment. It helps the system predict possible future states before acting upon them. It's not attaching meaning or any type of futuristic hopefulness, right? It is calculating possible next states. So the whole map. DeepDream is amplification. Generative AI is recombination. Hallucination is failed grounding. Memory is stored context. Replay is consolidation. World models are simulation. So exciting. And consciousness is the line we haven't crossed with AI yet. It does definitely make the possibilities more interesting.